Most people believe wealth is an event, a lottery ticket, a lucky stock pick, a viral idea that hits at 2 a.m. We've been trained by movies and social media to wait for a single moment that changes everything. But the 1% knows something different. Wealth is not an event. Wealth is a process. If you feel like you're running faster every year but ending up in the same place, you're not unlucky. You're likely trapped in the consumer loop. The cycle is simple. You earn, you spend, you repeat. The system is designed this way. It keeps you productive enough to work, but distracted enough to consume. You trade your time for objects that lose value the moment you buy them. Imagine the feeling of checking your bank account after a month of overtime, only to realize that the money is already gone before you could even hold it. This isn't a lack of income, it's a lack of a system. Here's where most people get it wrong. They think they need more money to escape. They think a raise will be the key to their freedom. It won't.
If you don't change the engine, a faster car just hits the wall sooner. If your habits are built on consumption, more money only leads to more expensive habits. You don't need a higher salary, you need a different protocol. In this video, I'll show you the 1% rule. It's not flashy, it doesn't promise riches by next Friday, but it quietly turns an ordinary income into an extraordinary life. And that silence is exactly why most people fail. They can't handle the lack of applause. Chapter 1. Weaponizing the system. You've heard the classic advice, the 50-30-20 rule. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, 20% for savings. It sounds safe, it sounds responsible, but for many, this rule is a slow death. Why? Because most people save to spend later. Their savings are just a waiting room for the next vacation or car upgrade. That money never takes root. This is the velocity trap. Money moves through your hands, but it never stays long enough to work for you.
The 1% use a different mindset. They don't save, they deploy. They treat that 20% as freedom soldiers. Every single dollar has one mission: go into the market and come back with reinforcements. While most people focus on what money can buy, the 1% focus on what money can own. Every time you spend your soldiers on status, a phone you don't need or a car that loses value, you are not just spending money, you are dismantling your future army. Then there's the debt trap. When you use credit for lifestyle, you invite mercenaries into your house. They don't work for you, they work for the bank. And they will take your future soldiers as payment for years. To join the club, you must stop the bleeding. You must understand that every dollar you owe is a soldier fighting against you. Every debt payment is a brick in someone else's fortress, not yours. And yes, this part is hard. Living smaller while everyone else upgrades feels like failure. Watching your peers buy cars while you stick to your protocol is a test. The social pressure is heavy. But this discomfort is the barrier. If it were easy, everyone would be at the top.
Chapter 2. The boring middle. Compounding is often called the eighth wonder of the world. Most understand it intellectually. Almost no one survives it emotionally. Let's look at two brothers, Alex and Ben. Both save $500 a month. Alex does what feels reasonable. Every few years, when his savings reach $25,000, he rewards himself. He buys a better car, he takes a big trip, he feels successful because his life looks successful. But his snowball melts just as it starts rolling. He is stuck in a linear life, starting over every 4 years. Ben does something much harder. He waits. For 10 years, Ben looks like he's losing. This is the boring middle. It is the phase where effort is high, but visible results are low. While Alex posts vacation photos, Ben is driving an old Toyota. While Alex moves into a bigger apartment, Ben stays in his studio. At year 10, Ben has about $100,000. It's a good amount, but he's not rich. He's still working. He's still waiting.
This is the danger zone. This is where 95% of people quit. They look at 10 years of sacrifice and say, it's not worth it. But then the curve bends. Around year 15, the growth accelerates. The soldiers multiply. Their children start working too. Ben crosses an invisible line. His money begins working harder than he does. His portfolio earns more in a month than he earns in a year.
Ben paid the social tax. He was willing to look ordinary for a decade so he could live extraordinary for a lifetime. Most people are too afraid of looking poor to actually become rich. Ben traded the appearance of success for actual freedom. He realized that the opinion of the 99% couldn't pay his bills. Chapter 3. The 1% Protocol. How do you apply this starting today? It requires a better wealth ratio. Step 1. The psychological audit. Before every purchase, stop. Ask, is this worth the future time I'm trading away? Every $100 you spend today is thousands of dollars in future soldiers. If the answer isn't a clear yes, keep them deployed. Step 2. Kill lifestyle creep. When your income rises, freeze your lifestyle. Don't build a bigger cage.
Strengthen the engine. Let your assets pay for your upgrades, not your effort. A raise is more ammunition for the engine, not a lease on a BMW.
Step 3. Calculate your freedom ratio. Track your progress by how many months of freedom you have bought. If your expenses are $3,000 and you have $30,000 in your engine, you have bought 10 months of your life back. That is the only metric that matters. Wealth isn't about intelligence, it's about patience. The 99% wait for the event. They hope for the lightning strike. The 1% trust the process. They embrace the boring middle. They know the avalanche is coming as long as they don't stop the snowball. This is not just about the money in your bank account. It's about who you become while you wait. It's about the discipline, the clarity, and the freedom to finally choose how you spend your one and only life. If you're ready to escape the consumer loop and master the long game, you're in the right place. We don't chase noise, we build systems. Subscribe to join the archive. Welcome to the club.